Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, am I ever excited today because I just found out that I reached a huge milestone on Twin Galaxies. You know, Twin Galaxies, that site is famous for that whole feud with Billy Mitchell and Steve Weeby. Well, those two suckers can't even touch this world record. Let me show you. I've been on the site for like 10 years now, and I'm happy to be one of the few Native Americans out there to have a whole bunch of world records and all that. Now, I was debating whether or not I should make a video or not about this because sure, that's a huge milestone and all, but I also don't want to come off as bragging and everything because I know people like Jason Velasquez are going to be mad. Oh, you're just overinflating your ego and all that. You stupid son of a bitch, I hate you. I'm gonna choke you. Yeah, I can just imagine Jason trying to reach out his hands right now. Stop bragging about your world records. Now he's gonna get all mad about me impersonating him. But anyways, yeah, it's both a blessing and a curse that I got over 3,000 world records because, yeah, it's absolutely insane to try something that's that crazy. In fact, I had a lot of crazy world records on Twin Galaxies. You're thinking, oh Ryan, I'm gonna see if I can beat your world records. You're going down. Well, good friggin' luck to you. I welcome the challenge. But before you do, here are my top 10 craziest, most insane world records. You're more than welcome to see if you can try and beat them, but they're insane for a reason. First up, number 10 here. Oh yeah, ActRaiser is an amazing action role-playing simulation where you get to play as God and see if you can conquer Satan. Yeah! Of course, here in North America it was changed up from Satan to Tantra. Although I still think you're God. Yeah, I beat 3-hour scores here and it wasn't easy because you had to calculate each stage because it doesn't save your high score in between stages, so you gotta add up the numbers for each stage that you've beaten. But I was able to beat the previous top score by nearly 10,000 points. And yeah, I also got a few other world records, including the fastest time for overall video game completion. I highly recommend the game. It's one of my favorite games on Super Nintendo. Amazing music. ActRaiser deserved to be on the Super Nintendo Mini. I can't believe it wasn't. Yeah, I'm still upset about that. Yeah, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. I still got this game complete in bots, and yes, this is still the version that has that soundbite of Thriller in it before they took it out. And yeah, this is a game that will never ever be re-released because the whole controversy, Michael Jackson himself. It's like a Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City. It's kind of like an underrated game that people seem to skip by. But I still think it's a decent enough action platformer. For fastest time, speed run of 39 minutes and 29 seconds. Yeah, don't cry for Jesse here because he beat my error world record on the Sega Master System version. Yeah, I got a top score of 559,500. Okay. Military Madness. You gotta love that cheesy TurboGrafx 16 artwork. But still, I love this game. It's one of my favorite games for the system. Intense turn-based action, lots of levels to it. And that's the game. Thank you for watching. I did it. Thank you. I was so worried the game was, what happens if there was a crash, a power outage or something? Oh, I lost everything. But no, I did it. When I first started in Twin Galaxies, yeah, I was submitting a lot of scores for TurboGrafx 16 because I felt the system was being neglected. This was probably my most insane run to date because I had to complete all 16 stages. And if you know Military Madness, that's not an easy feat to do. Yeah, so the record here is 6 hours, 45 minutes, and 53 seconds. Oh yeah, this was nuts. I remember I had to do some bathroom breaks while the computer was taking its turn. And yes, I did wash my hands afterwards. Yeah, I had to make sure I take small sips of water to make sure I didn't overdo it and go to the washroom too much. I had to focus on the gameplay. But that's what makes Military Madness so fun. I love the game, but yeah, the challenge here of completing all 16 stages in one tedious run wasn't easy, trust me. You could always go for a high score too. Thanks again, Jeremy, for giving me this game all those years ago. I loved it. Yeah, probably one of the best Game Boy Advance games ever. The first one was awesome, but the second one was even better. More characters, more action, more vehicles. Normal campaign, 7 hours, 45 minutes, and 6 fucking seconds. Oh my god, this one was nuts. Yeah, what makes it so long and so grueling is that there's over 20 maps that you have to go through. And these stages are not a walk in the park, even on the normal difficulty. Yeah, originally Advance Wars 2 wasn't on the website. Yeah, thanks to Luigi and Jay World here. Yeah, and now you can fully compete in the game, where you're going for the best time or best scores. But thankfully, yep, it's on there now. See if you can beat my best time. Yeah, Eastbook 1 and 2. Unlike Military Madness, this is amazing artwork. Very few people out there in the world would consider getting a world record on it, and for very good reason, because it's 2 very long RPGs in one set. Not the easy feat by any means, but I just had to try it. Yeah, that's the game. I was getting worried there for a second. One of the greatest TurboGrafx CD games ever made. Amazing collection of 2 great RPGs in one set. But yeah, this is another one that I won by default because nobody submitted a best time ever before. But of course not. This is my longest run to date, 7 friggin' hours. I'm over dramatizing things a little bit because it was 7 hours of long fucking gameplay, but Eastbook 1 and 2 is a very good game. Highly underrated, and I wish more people would give it attention. I want to give it a spotlight. I want to challenge other people out there, hey, beat my best time. Now, Keith Courage and Alpha Zones. Unlike Military Madness and Eastbook 1 and 2, many people would consider this a mediocre game, but it's also one of the games that is most commonly known for the TurboGrafx 16 itself. You hear people like Johnny Millennium sing the praises of it all the time, whereas people like Chris Bucci think, yeah, it's kind of mediocre. A very meh title. But still, it's important for TurboGrafx 16 history. I'm a huge TurboGrafx 16 nut. I got all the games in the background. You know, getting a world record on this one was very important to me. I don't have my old footage of Key Courage anymore, but I remember when I did my old review of Key Courage here on my Arizona channel. Yeah, I used footage of my world record run. So this is a little bit of proof at least. Me being very, very careful. I just remembered how easily I could have screwed up this run. And I have a fastest time here of 39 minutes and 19 seconds. It's nothing too remarkable until you read the rules on how you're supposed to complete the game. 14 levels to it. And that means if you die once, if you lose all your health, or fall in one of the many instant death pits in the game, that's the end of your run. Good day, sir. You get nothing. Get the hell out of here. But nobody's ever completed this challenge before. I was the first one to do it. Yeah, the reigning defending Keith Courage and Alpha Zone's world champion. We're getting to the final ones, baby. And yeah, I got this one recently, Superstar Soldier. A lot of TurboGrafx 16 games are my craziest runs, but I'm still a huge fan of the TurboGrafx 16. Very underrated system. And sadly, there wasn't a lot of representation of TurboGrafx 16 scores on Twin Galaxies. Sometimes the scores would be completely maxed out and nobody dared challenge them, and other times there was no scores at all. And I wanted to change that. Even if I didn't get like the best score or the best time, I at least wanted to compete. Yeah, and for years I had like a mediocre score of Superstar Soldier where I think I was in like second or third place. You know, nothing special, but I wanted to see if I can become the best. If I studied the game well enough, could I beat the champion?
Such stunning animation. And I guess that shows Thumper for laughing at Mr. Cat on Boots earlier, because now they are super gay. And just like in the original Puss in Boots story, the cat on Boots is going to gift the dead rabbit to a king to earn favor for his master. It's a cat, but Puss in Boots. Guys, stop saying that. This is the cat on Boots. It's completely different.
Let me in. I must see the king immediately.
Away with you.
Just shy of 2 million points, I was able to get the new world record. And this one's very special to me because I always wanted to see how this person actually got the world record. Some of these scores, like my Keith Courage one, they're lost to time. You go to click on the world record, yeah, nothing happens. But you click on my world record, you can see the born video. I think I had a Bayless video playing in the background. I was getting frustrated by the challenge. I had many failed attempts. One record I got like 12 million points, so I was just shy of the record. But I persevered. I didn't give up. I made multiple more attempts, and then one day I finally got it. I am the Star Soldier, so I figure I might as well have a cool Star Soldier world record. So it was a nice personal challenge to see if I can beat this 30-year-old plus world record. And I managed to do it. How many people can say they beat a 30-year-old record? It's just an amazing 8-bit game. Very underrated. I wish there were sequels. Sure, the game is crazy good, but it's crazy hard. Yeah! What's that? It's kind of real close. I don't know how I did. I'm gonna have to check the time, but I just might beat the record by a few seconds. Holy crap. Thank you for watching, man. Man, I always had weird hair. Now, my fastest time on this one is much shorter in comparison to some of my other ones here, with only 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 54 seconds. But this one is very important to me because the Guardian Legend is my favorite game on the original 8-bit Nintendo. I always rented it as a kid, and I decided, alright, I'm gonna buy this game, I'm gonna memorize it top to bottom, I'm gonna see what's the best way to complete it, because I loved everything about this game. You're a cool, sexy Aerobot Transformer. That's awesome, that's the best premise ever. But it's a shame too, because the Guardian Legend got no sequel. Yeah, it's pretty much the definition of a hidden gem. And you look at the previous world record there of 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 14 seconds. So we're just talking about a few seconds that I was able to beat the overall time. It was super close. Again, at Guardian Legend, it's not an easy game. You could easily die at certain points of the game just by screwing up one little simple boss fight, or getting swarmed by multiple enemies. And yes, it did take multiple tries to get that world record there, but I managed to do it. So it's not all about getting the fastest time here. You can challenge the game in different ways. My favorite game on the Sega Master System. Again, like the TurboGrafx-16, very underrated system, and Phantasy Star is probably the most supreme 8-bit RPG ever made. I'm looking at old 8-bit computers, I'm looking at the original 8-bit Nintendo. It's that good. The graphics still hold up. The music is still pretty awesome in it, and the gameplay, amazing. Got it. 11 hours, 21 minutes, and 7 seconds. Oh my god. I can understand why there was no previous world record. The game is fucking evil. Yeah, the 3D dungeons are hard to navigate through. I had to download some maps first to understand where all the traps were, and I felt like the game was never gonna end. But once I laid the final blow on Dark Falls and got that sweet, sweet ending and became Queen of the Universe, it was so worth it. And getting all that evidence on tape, oh, it was beautiful. I was worried there because I thought my memory card was gonna malfunction. I was constantly looking back at the camera here to make sure it was still filming. It was very challenging. It was very tough. Damn, yeah. Phantasy Star deserves it. Very underrated game. I love it. 11 hours, oh my god. And my craziest world record is, of course, the one that I got the tattoo on. I got one for Airzonk, and I got one for Bond's Adventure 2. Now, Billy Mitchell and Steve Wiebe, they're the king of con on Twin Galaxies, but me, old Star Soldier Ryan Janot here, I'm the king of bonk. I'm gonna do it right here. Yep. Okay. Yeah, from this point on, I won't get any more points. Now, I beat 8 other world records here. Originally, when I played Bond's Adventure and I tried to beat Chris's score here, I thought the score would roll over. It would continue on after getting like 1,000,000 points. I didn't know that it was going to stop at 6 nines there. So technically that's a perfect score. It can never be beaten. With the other times and scores here, I know there are people out there that are definitely good enough that they can possibly beat or get better times in my different runs here. But this one is a perfect run. Yeah, again, just something I do on the side and everything. Nothing too major, but still, I think getting some world records on some of these great games here is kind of cool. Where I'm winning by default, or I'm beating like 30-year-old world records. It's all been pretty fun. Yeah, I wonder what it's going to be like when I hit 4,000. Oh my god. I can't even like fathom that. This is the one and only Star Soldier 1, baby. Yep. And 3,000 time world champion. Over and out. 3,000, 3,000. Oh my god.